Several ex-deputies have been sentenced for torturing 2 black men in Mississippi last year, and the details of court documents on how this played out may be hard to hear. It started when a white resident called Deputy Brett McAlpin complaining that 2 black men were living in a house with a white woman. McAlpin told another officer, who then texted a group of white deputies, who were so willing to use excessive force and cover it up, they called themselves the Goon Squad. The 6 officers forced their way into that house without a warrant, handcuffing Michael Corey Jenkins and Eddie Terrell Parker. Over the next 90 minutes, the deputies tortured the 2 men, including shocking them repeatedly with stun guns, forcing them to lie on their backs and pouring milk, alcohol, and chocolate syrup over their faces, stripping them naked and forcing them to shower together, attempting to use a sex toy and other objects to assault them, all while mocking them with racial slurs, warning them to go back to Jackson or their side of the Pearl River. And at one point, Jenkins was shot in a game of Russian roulette gone awry. Deputy Hunter Elwood admitted to shoving a gun into Jenkins' mouth and pulling the trigger. The officers schemed to plant drugs and a gun on the victims to justify the shooting. But that story didn't hold up, and an investigation by the AP a couple months later linked some of the deputies to at least 4 violent encounters with black men since 2019. All 6 men pleaded guilty last fall. Both victims survived, though Jenkins still has trouble speaking because of his injuries. And Parker, who at the time of the attack was taking care of a paralyzed homeowner who he knew as a childhood friend, stood up in court this week and said he forgave his attackers.
I forgive that part, but other than that, he still did, you know what I'm saying, what he did, and he has to be punished for that.